Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we're watching the Big Bang Theory. This is the 15th episode of the second season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for the link in the description below. Just click it, put a password in, and enjoy. So recently, I've been really enjoying the show. Honestly, it's been really good. I've had quite a few laughs this season. I've enjoyed the progressive storylines with the characters, the friendships in the building, and last episode as well, Sheldon was trying to build a new friendship with a new colleague at work. Now, interestingly, the only reason he was actually doing this is because he wanted use of the lab of this new laser, I believe it was, that was actually, in his work environment, and the only way he could actually get some time with it is if he befriended this guy. So what he decided to do was, put together an algorithm, work on how you can actually communicate and become friends with people, because he's not really the most like-worthy, like attach-worthy guy. Do you know what I mean? Like he's a peculiar taste, and not many people actually take to him. And it's interesting because Penny was asking, how did Leonard become friends with him? How did Raj and Howard? And they all just can't really tell you the true answer, to be honest. Leonard was like, look mate, an advertisement come out, he said they needed this and a roommate and all that, and I thought he was joking and some of the requirements that he put down that he that he wanted, but no, he's being serious. He can't still whistle to this day around him. That was one of his rules. Now again, interestingly, Sheldon said that he's only got place for 5 people in his friendship group and he had to kick one out, and all eyes point straight to Penny. You think, last in first out, but no, it was Raj, mate. He said, look, it's time for you to go. But at the end of the day, found out that it just because he become friends with this new guy, it didn't actually mean that he could actually use the the lab himself. He said that he had no control over the equipment and he can't actually prioritize friends and family and stuff like that. So Sheldon just dropped him straight away and brought Raj back into the fold. So that was interesting, classic Sheldon. And I feel like the last 3 episodes have been really good. So hopefully we can continue the strong start. Or well, I wouldn't even say start. We're more than halfway through the season now, so I'm excited. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Maybe we could run some computer simulations.
There are too many variables. It would take forever.
Let's start again. The movie is playing here at 7:20, here at 7:40, here at 8:10, and here at 8:45. State-of-the-art digital projection, 20-channel surround sound.
Yes, but they have no icy machines.
Well, it's going to take at least an hour to eat, and I don't see a Sheldon-approved restaurant proximate to a Sheldon-approved theater.
There's a 7-Eleven here. We smuggle Slurpees, which are essentially ices, in under our coats after having a pleasant meal either here, or here.
What universe are Slurpees ices?
Okay, I guess we only have one option.
Yep, I don't see any way around it.
Bye, Sheldon.
See ya.
Yeah, I was going to say Sheldon's not going. I was literally about to say that.
They're right, it was the only option.
I was about to say, right, why is it that all 3 of them have to compromise to Sheldon's needs, but he can't actually compromise to theirs? You know what I mean? And also, in the US, can you take your own food and drinks into the cinema? Because you can in the UK. Like, I know that, I don't know, maybe some cinemas don't like it, but I do it all the time in terms of if I was going, buying one popcorn from the cinema is like £10. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. It literally is, depending on which one you go in the location. If you went in the city centre, it'd obviously be more dearer than the cinemas that are outside of town. So let's call it £7 to £10 for a popcorn. Now, you can go to the shops and you can buy 4 or 5 bags for that. I'm not even kidding. And the volume would be 2 or 3 times more. So, I mean, most people do go to the shops, and you take your own drinks as well. Just get a big bottle of Coke or a bottle of water or whatever and take it in. Because again, the drinks are ridiculous, £5. You can end up going, right, if you wanted to go and see, I don't know, the new Star Wars film that comes out or whatnot, pay £10 for a ticket, £15 for popcorn. Do you know what I mean? That's £25 just for you. If you go with your other half, you're spending £50 to go to the cinemas. It's ridiculous, the prices now.
Oh, shut the door, shut the door.
Why?
Just do it. Get inside and shut the door.
Well, you didn't specify.
Is Leonard around?
He went to the movies without me. It was the only option. I'm sorry, I don't understand which social situation this is.
The building manager is showing an apartment downstairs, and I haven't paid my rent.
Oh, I see.
No big deal. I'm just a little behind on my bills because I cut back my hours at the restaurant and my car broke down.
You recall, I pointed out the check engine light to you several months ago. It occurs to me you could solve all your problems by obtaining more money.
Yes, it occurs to me too. Oh,
Here, take some.
don't be silly.
I'm never silly. Don't you need money?
Well, Yeah, but
This is money I'm not using. My expenses account for 46.9% of my after-tax income. Rest is divvied up between a small savings account, this deceptive container of peanut brittle, and the hollowed-out buttocks of a superhero action figure who shall remain nameless for his own protection. I see no large upcoming expenditures, unless they develop an affordable technology to fuse my skeleton with adamantium like Wolverine.
oh God, no, I can't. Look, Sheldon, honey, I don't want things to be weird between us.
It'd also be weird if I have to say hello to you every morning on my way to work and you're living in a refrigerator box and washing your hair with rainwater.
I'll pay you back as soon as I can.
It's impossible to pay me back sooner than you can. Assuming you subscribe to a linear understanding of time and causality.
I'm regretting this already.
You know what, right? It's interesting, really, because he was saying there that, you know, they say 40% of his wages goes to, well, taxable income goes to his, like, bills and stuff. Like, I'd love to know what everybody else's is, because I ain't kidding. I think 69%, just on a quick calculations, of mine go to actually bills. But when I say bills, it's more of like, I add food into that as well. So like technically I could take food out, I could take the dog food out, you know what I mean? Stuff that I pay for the animals and that. And then it could be like 55%. But obviously you got to pay for your food, you got to pay for your car petrol, do you know what I mean? You got to pay for your dog's food and their insurance, so it just adds up. But yeah, I would say like 69-70% of my income goes to like outgoings, and then I've got the 30% left to either save or do stuff throughout the month. And you know, it is interesting how other people actually budget and spend their money, because some people are terrible at it. But I'd love to know. It's interesting, like you see TikToks of people who sit there and they say, I get paid $2,000 and this much on the car and this much on food and this much on insurance and this much doing this, and it's like, I'm left with only £200 a month. It's like, well, really looking at that list, you should cut back on how much cig you smoke, cut back, you know, how much you pay for your car. You could get a cheaper one and stuff like that to go down. It's always interesting to see what different people spend their money on.
You know, I've given the matter some thought, and I think I'd be willing to be a house pet to a race of super intelligent aliens. Ask me why.
Why?
The learning opportunities would be abundant. Additionally, I like having my belly scratched.
Hey, Penny, how was work?
Great. I hope I'm a waitress at the Cheesecake Factory for my whole life.
You appear to have a package here.
Oh, thanks. Must be the beret I ordered a couple months ago. It was back ordered.
The beret is an example of a piece of women's fashion adapted from male military uniforms. Another fascinating example is the epaulette.
He's not lying. He does find that fascinating.
Oh my God, will you just get off my case?
I actually don't like it that she's borrowed the money.
Weird. You clearly did something to aggravate her.
I'm at a loss.
Oh, you owe me another $2. The price of Mushu pork went up.
It's getting tougher and tougher to be a bad Jew.
Leonard, what's my share?
Don't worry about it. It's my treat.
No, really, how much?
Whatever, $10, $11.
Well, which is it, 10 or 11?
$14.50, but it's no biggie.
He was just wondering if he wore skin-tight jeans and a tank top, if he'd get his shrimp lo mein for free.
That I'm using my body to get dinner? That I'm some sort of Chinese food prostitute? I pay my own way in this world, okay? I don't rely on anybody. 10, 11, 12, $14.
Dinner's here.
Yes, dinner's here, and I'm having some. I'm having takeout food.
Okay.
You're damn right it's okay. Sheldon, look, I will pay you back as soon as I can. You just have to give me more time.
Oh, wait, you lent her money?
She needed money. You seem under pressure. Did I not lend you a sufficient amount? Because I can give you more.
You would just love to open up your little snake can and throw some money at the girl who can't pay her bills. Forgot my fortune cookie.
But if you're ever short, there's always a couple of 50s in Green Lantern's ass.
To be fair though, let's be honest, right? Sheldon is actually being a good friend in today's episode. Some episodes he's selfish and all about Sheldon, but I feel like today he actually is being a really good friend, and he's not mentioned the money one time. It was his, it's his offer to borrow, and he's not even chasing her. It's her, like, the pressure on her that she's putting on herself because she feels a bit guilty for, you know, owing friends money back, which I understand from both sides. But Sheldon's been really good today, like so far. Like, I'm actually impressed with him.
Mood lighting, huh?
Yeah, when I didn't pay my bill, the Department of Water and Power thought I would enjoy the ambiance.
Look, you do understand that Sheldon really doesn't care when he gets the money back. It's actually one of the few idiosyncrasies that doesn't make you want to, you know, kill him.
The plan wasn't supposed to go this way.
Hey, well, what was the plan?
Waitress for 6 months and then become a movie star?
Was there a plan B?
TV star.
Oh, here's something. If you don't have electricity, then you probably don't need cable. $170 for acting classes?
Oh, no, I can't give up my acting classes. I'm a professional actress.
You've had an acting job where you got paid?
That is not the definition of professional.
What's $1,800 to the Los Angeles County Superior Court?
Well, remember Kurt?
Your ex-boyfriend?
Yeah, he got arrested for taking a whiz on a cop car. So I paid his fines.
Did he pay you back?
No, but he will. Leonard, I'm not gonna call up Kurt and ask him for money.
It's your money.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know, but I might have to find a cheaper place to live.
Moving is a big deal. You have to go to the supermarket and get boxes, and if they're not clean, then your books smell like melons. Why don't you just get a roommate and stay here?
Hey, that would be good. Maybe that's how we bring another female in.
Mind moving in with you?
Started living together, I wouldn't be able to keep my hands off you.
He's
He thought my
teasing.
acting lessons were a waste of money.
That was good, and the fact is, yeah, fantastic way of getting somebody else into the show. Fantastic way. But also, she said that she would rather move out than call her ex to get money back. Mate, if you paid $1,800 for somebody else, that's an IOU. You've got an IOU on Sheldon. You know what I mean? Technically, she's lent money to someone else and had to lend money off somebody to pay what she's lent out. It's kind of bad, that, isn't it? No, never, honestly, like, unless it's a solid, rock solid friend or family member that you factually know is like 100% going to give it you back, don't send your money out to anyone.
Leviticus 11:3. Only that which parteth the hoof and cheweth the cud among the beasts shall ye eat.
Hey, what's going on?
We're on a quest to the Valley of Fire to acquire the sacred crown.
Hey, you guys want to go on a real live quest?
Outside? I just made cocoa.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
What is it?
Do you guys remember Penny's ex-boyfriend, Kurt? It turns out he owes Penny a lot of money, and I'm gonna go get it from him.
Cool, I got a sword.
I could use some help.
Here.
Do you not recall the last time we visited this gentleman, we returned home without pants in favor of abandoning our game and confronting Penny's steroid-infused ex-boyfriend in a suicidal mission to extract money from him? Say hi to Kurt for us.
Just enjoy your little game. I'll make this quest on my own. Come on, please, he's so big.
Yes, Coothar Polly's going to wet himself, I'm going to throw up, Sheldon's going to run away, and you're going to die.
He's got hair now.
Hi, Kurt.
Lenny, right? What do you want?
You don't remember me. How could he not remember me?
Sheldon, not now. Penny's in kind of a financial jam, and the money that you owe her would go a long way to solving her problem. But I think it'd be a nice gesture on your part.
She'll get it when she gets it.
There you go, problem solved.
He didn't remember me because the last time we met, I was in a Halloween costume.
There was, wasn't there?
Let's go.
No, you can leave if you want to. I'm gonna see this through. I'm not leaving here without Penny's money.
What happened to your backup?
I have right on my side.
The thing is, right, the best way, I don't know if he's been successful or not, but the best way to do it, right, would be to get a bailiff in, wouldn't it? Like, literally, if somebody owed you $1,800, yeah, you would pay somebody $200, $300, get the bailiffs across, and at least they would take the $1,500. Do you know what I mean? Like, they would get the $1,800, but they take their cut. So, like, even though you're at a little bit of a loss, you're at a financial gain. You know, if you've got £10,000 out, lent out to people, and nobody's returning it, what would you rather do? Spend £1,000 on debt collectors and get £9,000 back, or would you rather just leave you $10,000 outstanding? I'd rather spend the $9,000. You know what I mean? I'd rather spend the £1,000 on bailiffs and get the $9,000 back. You know, so that's what they could do. She, you know, he owes her 18. If she spent a couple of hundred to attain it back, at least she's getting at least 15, 16 back.
Not have succeeded in getting cash, but you did secure a formal acknowledgement of the debt.
If anybody cares, I still have to pee.
Is Sheldon here?
Yeah, hang on. Sheldon!
Sheldon, here is your money. Thank you very much. It helped a lot. Well, I cut back my expenses like you said and picked up a few more hours at the restaurant. But the biggest thing was, out of the blue, Kurt shows up and gives me the money he owes me. He said he was feeling guilty and wanted to do what was right.
Did he give any reason as to why he came to this moral epiphany?
Nope. I just think he's really changed.
Show me your head.
Tomorrow night, and I get to wear my new beret.
Penny's hooking up with her jerk of an ex-boyfriend, and I have indelible ink on my forehead.
Minstrels will write songs about you. There once was a brave lad named Leonard with a fi-fi fiddle-dee-dee.
The thing is, right, I understand where he's coming from there. It's kind of like, I don't know, like hide in the shadows, isn't it? Batman, for example, nobody knows it's Bruce Wayne, but he goes in, he does the business, he fights crime, helps the city, and then he dips away. Nobody technically knows who the guy is. Now, that's kind of like the same here. I mean, it's obviously that's to the extreme lengths of what he's just done, but he went in, must have made Kurt feel guilty. He's gone, he's given him money. He's he's like the secret warrior, the winner, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day as well, is if Kurt was getting a gain out of it, if it was someone that he hated, I would 100% say it. And I know that is kind of a little bit selfish because he wasn't... I actually truly believe that Leonard wasn't actually doing that to gain brownie points with Penny, to be honest. I actually feel like in today's episode he was doing it because it was morally correct. The fact is that she helped somebody out financially, but it's put her in distress. I feel like he done the right thing and basically going to that person and was like, look, mate, she's helped you out when you was in need and now she's in trouble. You need to give it her back. And I don't think he was doing it as his own personal gain. But the fact that it happened and she got the money back and she's thinking it's all him and he's great and he's changed and he's getting all these brownie points. I would have to say, look, mate, at the end of the day, it's great that you got the money back, but it's because your friends, went over and actually asked him to give it back. Do you know what I mean? It's not that he's changed and he's not going to be this new guy that you hope him to be. You've been around this circle before. Last time she thought he changed and it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't want you to go in the same old cycle, repeating yourself over and over again. Just know that your friends, us as a collective, have got your back. And this is what I've got to show for it. And I would have lifted my hat up. But at the end of the day, she's got it. And, again, I'm looking for ways to bring people into the show me. And, like, when he was saying about a roommate, I was like, that was a perfect way of doing it. So I'd be interested to see if they decide to do that in the future. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Do you know what, right? I know that when, obviously, Leonard was going on his dates earlier on in the season, well, a couple of episodes back, I was like, look, mate, I hope she stays in it. I hope this is a new character. Maybe these storylines we can expand off and use and, we can have relationships and maybe arguments and friendships being built between her and Penny. We could bring another female into the fold and it's going to be exciting what we can do. And then we kind of ended it abruptly, to be honest. It was quite fast. It didn't really go anywhere after that, did we? Literally, it was just quick, bang, like that. But I never really thought about you can bring somebody in as a roommate to Penny. I've always thought the next female that was introduced into the show would be a date or would be a companion, do you know what I mean? A love interest between one of the characters. Never really thought that you could actually do that. And I feel like that is a fantastic way of doing it. I feel like it's possibly the best way, if I'm being totally honest. And it would be interesting to see because if she, a female, moved in with Penny, that would build a relationship between them, like a duo, and we would have their relationship as well as maybe love interest from Raj, Sheldon, whatever, Leonard or Howard. It'd be good to see. So I don't know if that was a hint, you know what I mean? They dropped it in, see how we feel, what we do. I'm actually surprised that she paid Sheldon back really quickly this episode. That's what you call a good borrower, if that makes sense. Like, because how many times have you borrowed money to people and they never actually pay you back, and then you kind of feel guilty when you got to ask them, like Penny was saying about that 1800. It's your money. You help them out. Why is it that they're not paying you back when they've got it? You can see all episode it was eating her up, you know what I mean? Buying things and getting food and, just because she hasn't got the money to pay Sheldon back, she feels awkward about getting all these things because obviously that's costly. But she paid it back quickly, and I've got to say, in today's episode, Sheldon was a good friend. He actually was. I said it once, I'll say it again. Sometimes he's selfish and annoying, but today he was a good friend, and I really like that side of him. I really do. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.